fundamentally new direction. That's what's happening in America right now. Change is what's happening in America.
Hola. Hello and welcome to episode 11 of the Gobbling Gourmet. Together. On this week's episode is kind of a random bit of timing because I plan on doing, and I'm going to do what I planned, was a good friend of mine who lived on with us on Oak Street named Luis the Cuban anarchist showed me a few dishes back in the day. And I'm planning on doing that today. So I'm going to show you what he taught me, which was tabbouleh salad, which I love, which has nothing to do with Cuba, but it's a Middle Eastern dish. And this little thin Cuban steak that he would cook, and I really love it to this day. I eat it quite often. But I guess Cuba turned over its power from one dictator to the next this week. So it's kind of funny how the timing went down. That our dish is somewhat Cuban. So there is some luck over there, although not much has changed. No, I'm talking about Cuba Libre. Anyway, I was going to write some notes and try to follow some notes, but I decided, you know what, I'm just going to ad-lib this, so that's what I've always done. I guess I'll just hang with that. I put up to see how many votes people wanted me to go to on YouTube, and I have 2 yays and no nays, so I'm going to post 1 episode a week on YouTube coming up. But for now, we're going to go get some ingredients and get shapes.
Era 2 piezas de esta milanesa. Tri-County Produce Company, Ifesbury Fisher is still in the field.
Alright, well, we've wrangled up our ingredients, and we're going to go ahead and work on the first dish, which is our little steak. We got this milanesa. It's real thin top sirloin, super thin sliced, and I got it at Santa Cruz Market. It's intentionally made so they can make milanesa, which is breaded. It's kind of, I guess you could call it a South American, Central American dish, but it's kind of, they bread it and then they eat it. But I'm not going to bread it, but I am going to use these 4 ingredients on this. One is lime juice, so I'm going to go ahead and squeeze my lime onto the steak. Almost like making ceviche out of red meat. Now this is real thin, and we're going to fry this we're going to break another rule that we made here at the Gobbling, because our rules are made to be broken. We're going to fry this with olive oil. And we're going to, let's see, we're going to also put some little chilies, and I think these are serranos. Anyway, so we're going to throw these little chilies in the mix. I'm going to throw those on there like that. Garlic. And then I'm going to put some salt and pepper on here, and I'm just going to let this sit for a little while. put my garlic, my chili, my lime, pepper, and salt. And I'm going to let this sit for like, I don't know, until I'm done with my other thing. Because this lime needs to soak in, and that's what flavors this and makes it so flavorful. Alright, we've got two different types of bulgur wheat. One is whole, and we're going to use some of this. And this stuff's been a little bit ground up, so it's a little finer. I'm going to use more of this. You can also up at Lazy Acres get tabbouleh mix that's already has spices and stuff. But so we're going to put this in here, and then we're going to soak this in this water until all the water is absorbed and the bulgur is saturated. Next thing we're going to do, we let the soak our tabbouleh or bulgur wheat in water for, it's been over an hour, but I think, I don't know how long it takes, but probably not much more than an hour or so. And I'm doing this off the top of my head, so if I'm missing any ingredients and anyone knows that I am, then let me know if you want. I don't have any recipes written down or anything. We're going to mix bulgur wheat. We're going to put some of this parsley, which is the broom of the stomach. This is really good for you. We're going to put cilantro, which I don't think normally traditionally goes in this recipe, but I like cilantro, so I'll put them in. We're going to use some of this. We're going to chop these up using the whole part of this onion and chive and everything. And the other ingredient important is mint. So those 4 ingredients we're going to prep and mix. And olive oil is the last ingredient, plus some salt and pepper too. And I got this olive oil at the dollar store for $1.69. I don't know, I doubt it's virgin. It's not virgin olive oil. And I'm not sure the quality, but yesterday when I cooked with it, it emitted an odor while I cooked. It reminded me of something before, like, you know how an odor or smell or a sound reminds you of a place a long time ago. I don't know if it's somewhere in South America or something, but I guess it's just, but I like it, so I'm going to use it, and it's good. It's a good kind of oil. It's good. So we're going to go ahead and